Back to Ace Attorney, and this one is Justice for All, the second game. We're gonna do the Lost Turnabout, the first episode of Justice for All. Yes, let's go. I am so ready. I haven't played this one in a while because the third one's my favorite, and the first one's kind of just nostalgic for me. The second one was kind of it was alright. I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite by any means. I think it's like one of my least favorites. Especially with all the that's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. I'm gonna just lower this just a tiny bit. My gain seems to be a little off. Alright, this should be a little bit better. September 8th, 9:08 a.m. District Court Defense Lobby number 1. What a nightmare. And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyways. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Huh. Good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but... it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. A few minutes later, District Court, Defense Lobby number 1. Ouch, my head. It's throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning. Back. Good morning? What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Well, wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Life in my hand? You promised me. You said that you would prove that I am not guilty. Not guilty? When I thought all hope was lost, when all other lawyers had laughed me off, leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save me the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you've done for me, ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange, and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to my fragile little heart? About to go on trial. You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I don't believe so. No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you there, okay? You can do it. You can do it. I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Ugh, someone please. Tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? September 8th. District Court number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bride. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorney here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? Sure. Why not? I guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a second. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of... The court will not hear the defense excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I have. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. Okay. And who are you again? The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicide down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. You work under the detective? Yes, sir, and while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He was such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down, I believe you. Detective Dick Gumshoe, please describe for us in details the murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Exposed Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Price. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. Landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah, yes, this autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything is in order here. Even the estimate time of death is unusually well documented. The victim stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirms the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well. The court accepts this into evidence. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very critical piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you be talking like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir, I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at your court records. Court record? Yep, information about evidence and people involved with this case, sir, are listed here, sir. You can look at the court records by pressing the tab button. Tab, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I better check the court records and see what I can find. What was it again, tab? Alright, Mr. Wright. Let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? Let's see what we got here. Broken neck. Found it. Okay, here you go. These glasses. Obviously. I knew that. That's simple, Your Honor. A pair of broken glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed his killer glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held onto them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me evil eyes? The glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine, I swear. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine. A coincidence, she says. Irk. Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about the evidence. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts this into evidence. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious, the victim even wrote your name clearly on as the day on the ground. But I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain this dying message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sir, sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witness faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm gonna lend you a hand. The prosecutor's witness all hides things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective, he does sort of look like a scatterbrain. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please? Yes, Your Honor. Talk about a trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be all right. There's something even more incriminating. Let me check the... So, I think... Maggie, M-A-G-G-E-Y. Yep, it's spelt wrong. It's what I remember. What is it? What comes over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. And I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush. Detective Gumshoe. You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile excuse, Mr. Wright? You'll see. This is a very critical line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer the defendant's name, if you please. Where is this ridiculous questioning coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bride? Burden? I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bride. It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie with an E-Y. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Huh? Oh, how about that? I haven't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him not to know how to spell her name. No. This is very true. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Officer Price and Officer Bride had been going out for about a year now. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bride, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know because she came to me to ask what should she get him. What should she get him? Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I didn't really see an issue there, so I'm going to press this one. How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for cops. Officer Bride was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I had gone on to that trip. What is it? Oh, it's nothing, sir. Really. Anyways. It sounds like they were even talking about getting married. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What are you saying, guy? Gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. Oh, I think this fella has a way to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal. The day of the incident, I got an achievement for busting on Gumshoe. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday. The day of the incident? You mean September 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day, and since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. Maggie, Officer Bride, had gotten Officer Prince a present. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because I'm her boss, and I've gotten to watch out for my subordinates, you know? But even what she was going to give as a present, isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal, what you saying? I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches there, I really don't need to know that much. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of the discussion at the time. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about like this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty. I should have arrested you. I think a good detective is about done here. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Over 2 months ago? Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, a baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove? Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah? Are you saying she bought the glove at the store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then what is it like? She ordered it. It was a custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think the glove in this... Yes, of course I think it's relevant. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it's relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great. Pressing people. It feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove in with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry up and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with the case. Anyways, this is it, sir. It's, rather yellow, isn't it? Baseball glove. Yay. Officer Price really liked the color yellow, and that's why you had to special order it. Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that's true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's fingerprint. We found that there was sand trapped under the fingertip, victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we confirmed that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Yes, perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. We first looked at... Okay, so I think this one has to do with the glove. I'm going to read it first, though. Birthday present. It was a custom made. Well, the glove is made for a left-handed person, so yeah. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what is special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but, it's really yellow. And that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that's not the only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That is why it was custom made. I have never seen a bright yellow left-handed glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from the picture that... Wait a second. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. This is, I mean, I object? Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with the right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order. When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. Then that means Maggie is... No. It's impossible, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. The evidence that the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! Alright, you did it, Mr. Wright. Whew, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds that... No, not yet. I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not finished yet. What do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order in the court. I believe a recess is in order. Afterwards, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling this was a bit too easy. I need more I need more information to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. Da-na-na-na-na. Oh, that's a different... I'll save it in a different file. That's a different sound. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer is trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what we can do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on that one. Come on, I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problem. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you the rest about me. No, that's okay. Really, I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name's Phoenix, right? What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got it from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. I guess for now we should stop talking about me. No, Bixby, I'm not talking to you. You're useless. And start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it in the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while I was on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give it back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where is the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday, huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... You were here all along? You're so mean! I call you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check you in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Ack, now who the heck is this? Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abmissal? Oh, and what is it? What if I said that everything will be fine? That's right. It's Maya to the rescue with the ultra decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing that you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and a phone number written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good, as in they're a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of the phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. They're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be forgetful old poom like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright, recess is over now. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about this later, Nick. Wish us luck. I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put them all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. Yeah, we got this. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court might be a little lenient on... There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness, a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Oh, alrighty. Go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I... But I will not stand for that. Now you've tainted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose... I can't read that fast. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I understand. I am very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. Oh, what is this? He a human chatterbox? I have a question for him. I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rate, only needs apply. Glasses, but you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name witness? Give us your name witness. Oh, is that how you want to play? Using your power influences to keep the young people down? I see how you work now. You old people, your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you were thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting vigorous, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking a, strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I mind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you may... Anyways, please testify to the court what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know you... What you witness will do, Mr. Wellington. Please, Mr. Wellington. I don't have all day for this. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember that time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell from the police officer. That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you just hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client? You mean Maggie? Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth no matter what. Well, let's do it. Okay, so the bananas are clearly the glove. Right, bananas. Do these look like bananas? Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... It's a... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness... By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? What are you talking about? This all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove of for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to blah 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 blah. Yes, of course. And that is why I ask you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 20/200. I suppose you're going to tell me that that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today then? That's because I lost them recently. You see, of course I was planning on getting a new pair made right away, but you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses to replace them. How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are an unrelated evil man. Unrelenting evil man. You're just a blah 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 courage only blah 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 blah. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same as by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing onto the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court that what happened next in the moment after the witness's crime. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. I have my doubts. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. She ran away just like that? Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyways, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? Eek. The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit. This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Immediately, as in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did it, but that's the duty of every citizen, or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court records for a second. Okay, well, let me see. What do we got here? Time of death, 6/28. That seems wrong right there. If he saw it, it shouldn't have taken that long, if it was a minute. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you called the police, it was already 6:45. Therefore, there is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during those 15 minutes gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington? Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. I, telephone, spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you didn't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a monotrick doll. You must think you're really special or something. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lost your glasses and your cell phone? You must be having a very scattered brain when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Oh, haven't you babbled your burka-chicka burka-dinga-bunka-bunka-bone? I haven't finished up this turn yet. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone could be it. You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Mr. Wellington? Where is your cell phone right now? What are you getting at? All excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone. I'll have you know. See? Here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he got his phone back. And I thought maybe this was it. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have a cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in the call was caused by his search for the phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. Your Honor, this witness testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have to have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have the proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Right there. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this photo. At the crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic for looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That's correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Well, Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Oh... Order. What is reporting the crime a little late proof for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back, but Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there's no reason for him to kill him. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyways. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else. Was he? Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing in the 15 minutes? Sure, I guess I have an idea. There is only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that your explanation is not persuasive. You will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following question. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Maybe he was setting up the crime scene. Perhaps this is the evidence. No, I don't think so. I was just kidding, Your Honor. I am a total nincompoop. Okay, he was looking for his glasses? Yes, Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find, I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where we found them, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order. Now wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Price grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting that the witness is the real murderer? Of course. That is precisely what I'm doing. Ah! I know I'm right. He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out that this cell phone was the key to the case after all. Anyways, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah. This is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of the knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order. Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accused the witness of being a murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear an explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read, right? But we already know that this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with an EY, and the victim's was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would the person know her name was Maggie or Maggie? That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bride before this trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? There was a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, would the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Well, Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? How did you... Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness' cell phone and the murderer? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bride picked up the lost phone in the park, and she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give it back to you. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? Your client's name is Maggie with EY, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie with IE. This is a mistake that can only occur if if all you know was how her name sounded. Eek! Order. But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It is very simple, Your Honor. A person usually kills would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial would have been over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to the court proof that the witness had a motive. The murderer killed the victim because of this. The defense is obviously hastily throwing evidence in desperation. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I'm so bad at my job. I know what the answer is. It's just, the phone? Was it just the phone? Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. The cell phone? In the memory of the phone, the defendant found was a list of certain phone numbers. You looked up all the numbers? Of course. This is the list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artist? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage. An invasion of privacy. Look up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. You're just like the cops who... I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want from you is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is the victim of the group, looking into the group. A member of the group? Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here in the phone. If anyone were to look into this phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor, what is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. We've already... You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please, let's think about the contents of the phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been looking for the phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm so glad. We can meet up. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet up with Miss Bride to get her phone back. To get his phone back. Why would he need to kill anyone? Yeah, that's a valid point, I guess. What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box, yeah. If we think like that, let's see. Maybe the slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was the something that didn't agree with the witness? What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on a date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh! The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known that they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already ran a check on his phone. And he went into a panic. Is that what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. This guy is really creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is a suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone numbers. This suspicious con group that they're on all of that phone, but who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. I don't have even the slightest idea whose the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure that it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it, without knowing that it's meaningless as evidence? Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Better print the phone. The phone's store numbers? This phone has the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What are you trying to determine is who that phone belongs to? Who cares about whose phone numbers are stored in it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself. The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense proposal. Grr, that jerk is back to his arrogant, annoying self again. Okay, fingerprint... Let's do fingerprints. That makes more sense, I guess. Yeah, I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some fingerprints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got it from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so... What wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's so much fun watching third-rate thrash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence? Mr. Wellington, what's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you're too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my... I remember! Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we worked hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of the cell phone is, your indictment has no bias and therefore no power. It looks like you can come up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have a bid to you, gentlemen and ladies. Goodbye. I have a reservation at an ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let him go? No, we were going to raise an objection. Object. Please, wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more insane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over. For your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh, now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please take one of mine. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, this is something very important about this card, and that is... This card is important because of what's on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your phone? Huh? Right, now? But court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to call my cell phone right now, and then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things, too. What? Why is my phone... And what is with the stupid-sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington? How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... No, it can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on the head this morning. Nah. I don't think I need to explain any further except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Please don't kill yourself, dude. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone, and in order to hide his involvement with the con group artist, he has become a paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgment. Then Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding? It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He's arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bride, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me, huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failure. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit with all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that with my misfortune always seems to latch onto to those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help them. Ah, that's right, you were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth at the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thank you for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death. Your head's being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole new ocean worth of good luck by my side, sir. Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves too. Sigh, what a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office, I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memories back. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe, he's someone I have clashed with in the past during certain cases, but he's always been a good ally during others. The judge, he's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by others' opinions, but in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else. And this girl, Maya, you finally remembered? This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh, well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess we'll have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. A brand new episode has been added. Congratulations. I don't think I'm going to finish this one, but I'm going to at least start it for a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit more. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Indy? Eenie? It's Eenie. It's Eenie and Miney. I remember these ones. I do remember. No, Maya. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I remember this case, and I hated it, and that's why I don't like this game. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. What depressing rain. Do you understand how depressed that makes me? Do you? Do I care? Did my control die? My control might have totally died. Lovely. I'm gonna go keyboard mouse then. I don't care that much. Do you understand how that makes me depressed? Do you? Okay, can I guess. But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry at that weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell will take a break with a day of sun. What that girl said? I'd stake my life on it. Well, it's the weather. But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve calling herself a weather girl? She's going to hear about my $15,000 suit. $1,500,000 suit. About your case. Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl, I'm sorry. I thought that before we get down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. Remind me never to end up under his knife. I'm here today because of an incident. Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinical. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Oh, you're the doctor at... It's really quite simple. It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting. Yes, I hear you. I agree. It's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got the medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. And yet, now, listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting to her wrongdoing. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me. And this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand old accident and crashes her car. Smash, crash, instantly transforming her car into the accordion model. Yeah. That's right. About a year ago, all the tabloids shows were talking about it. 14 victims of medical malpractice and the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. There were rumors that Dr. Gray had accidentally caused that crash. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident. Why would I... Now I'm just going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, doctor, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year ago. Why bring it up now? That's simple, because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You do realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? No, that is something only you can do. This is only something you can do. Maya Fey, you know this girl, correct? Maya? Why would he know her name? I heard you were working under her for a little while. Well, yes, I mean, hey, wait a second. I worked under her? Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure. Well, we worked a few trials together, but she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. Wait, I'm not... She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such a rigorous training, huh? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these mysterious sorts of things. She's the one who introduced me to Miss Fey. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? Channeling. I'm going to have her call the spirit of the nurse that went and got herself killed. Oh. Maya, I wonder what she's up to right now. We, the women of the Fey clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power of communication with spirits flows strongly through us. That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibility and become an adult. Not counting training, this will be the first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting my request. A condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said that she wouldn't do a channeling without first seeing you again. Me. And that is why I searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? And so, that is how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. So this is Korean Village, Maya's hometown. Why? Hello there. Hello there, small child. What an odd little girl. Hey, wait up, Pearly. Someone else is coming this way. Nick! Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not that big a deal. You made it sound like you were so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated just a little. It was only 2 hours by train. If I had known you were this close, I would have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I already decided you know. Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh, well. Anyways, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. Let's keep talking, I guess. Today's channeling. Looks like you finally became a full-fledged medium taking on your first job. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. But this case, do you know the... What are you doing? Know the messy story behind it? Behold the power of Maya's intelligence network. Let's see, 14 people died because of malpractice on Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on a nurse. He killed her in what appears to be a car accident, huh? So what is this Maya's intelligent network anyways? The tabloids, and that's what I thought. I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's too scary, even for me. Yeah, I guess so. So this is your hometown, huh, Maya? Yep. Korean Village. But I've heard people call this place Medium Village Valley, too. Interesting. So anyone that lives here is a spirit medium? Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. It's probably true since the Fae ability to communicate with the dead is so strong. Actually, only the women of this village are mediums. So what do the men do? They usually work someplace outside the village. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you mean Pearly? Pearly? Pearl Faye. She's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin? Wait, then that means... Is she also a... Yep, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling. I see. I hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Nah, it's not you. My aunt drills it into her head that if a suspicious-looking person tries to talk to you, run away. Suspicious-looking? Well, you're not wearing training clothing, for starters. Of course not. Pearly is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside town. She doesn't know much about the outside world other than the Korean village. Aunt? Pearly's mother is my aunt. Duh. Come on, Nick. Well, Nick, I've got to go get ready. It's time for the channeling to start. Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on in, okay? After I'm done, we can grill some juicy burgers. Alright, good luck, Maya. Thanks. Well, at least she's still the same perky Maya. Ah, Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you showed. Some nice weather we're having today. Aren't you happy? No, not at all. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. I can't believe they allowed such misguided reports on the public airwaves. Looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyways, this is a splendid manner. No argument there. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to the building. Here, Mr. Wright, I have a copy for you, too. What are you going to do once the nurse spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to have her write a signed confession. A signed confession? Yes, a confession. Pay attention. I have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died to my negligence. And then, on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry, I apologize for being negligent. That's what I'll have her write. With a confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. Oh, I see. So, did you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the Korean School of Channeling. The home, huh? And Miss Maya is the daughter of the master right here. Master? Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where the people in the spirit medium meet. Miss Maya's aunt is in there right now. Would you care to meet her? No, I don't want to meet her. She's awful. Go to the channeling table there, well, I guess. Wow, it's such a strange atmosphere in here. These flickering lights. I guess they're candles? Good sir, who might you be? My name's Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good sir. Good sir? Is she talking about me? You are a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I have heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that so, Mystic Maya? I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fay. Nice to meet you. I wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you asked too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you have already forgotten. That was it not for Mystic Maya and her assistants, you would surely not have won. First a girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job? When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak at the present now. Thank you. Sure, let's talk. Let's see. What about Maya? So why do you add Mystic to Maya's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir. Yes? How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? I'm sorry? She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. So about Mystic Maya, huh? It is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the master. In actuality, she is the only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heir of the Korean channeling technique. Okay then, where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fey clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family? What's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Korean school. So, how strong are you? It is a shame, however, I will admit, I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the master's. That's how it is. So today's channeling will be our first? Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of the person who died in a traffic accident is usually very strong, it is usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident? Indeed. The channeling will take place here in the channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing. So this room is channeling chamber, the place where a spirit medium speaks with those who have departed. I don't suppose you mind if we observe the session. Do not even think of such nonsense. Only the medium and the client may enter here. The secret of the Korean technique can not be seen by just anyone. That never stopped Maya from doing it in front of me before. It is also for your safety, good sir. If something were to go wrong, that is why, while channeling is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock's for. Oh, yes. I wonder if you have yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She's an adorable and angelic young girl. Oh, that girl. Yeah, she's my daughter. Now then, what was it you were about to say? What a cute daughter you have? A pure heart that knows not of the evils in the world is a powerful thing, good sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, it's not like I had the chance to anyways. I must insist and stress that you not let it occur. Okay, I get it. Thanks a lot. Okay, back. We're good. We'll move. Move. Wow, this garden is really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What is that over there? Is that an incinerator? It looks a little out of place in the garden like this. I don't know why my thing is moving, but okay, whatever. Let's examine. It's really an old urn. Ashes of a person long dead are inside. It looks like something was with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting. So, time to move on. Why is it going down? I don't understand. It's a small incinerator. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to a tiny village like this. So, every family has to burn their own trash. What is happening, my friend? I have no control over what's happening. My mouse, my keyboard, my controller is dead. No clue. I'll have to figure that out later, I guess. Alright, whatever. Let's back out anyways and go to the side room. So this is the side room. Looks like it's more of a break room. There's bedding spread out on the floor. It looks like someone's sleeping in here. I shouldn't disturb them. Okay, well, nothing interesting, so let's just... Hey, you, hold on now. This gal's got a few questions to ask. I'm sure I've heard that southern accent somewhere before. Oh, hey, well, if it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright. How you been? Haven't seen you in, what, a year? You are... Lot of hair. You're a lot of hair. You're a lot of heart, right? Bingo. I'm the one and only paranormal photographer, lot of heart. So I guess you're still at it, being a photographer, I mean. Of course. And today I'm gonna get myself a real scoop. You wait and see. Oh, that's right. This isn't no time to be wasting time. The channeling's about to get started. Is it that time already? We all should be hurrying up and get to the meditation room. What are you waiting for? Let's go, come on. Sure. Lot of heart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But I guess looking back, we had some good times too. Okay. We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya and honored guests, please proceed into the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swat all those pesky flies once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to say a single bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Oh, yeah, I sure would. Mystic Maya, do you have a channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. That is most satisfactory. That key is the one of a kind, so please take care of it. I'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it, trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go. Now what? We just wait here? Click. Now, let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-dropping large strawberry desserts. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't allowed to go in the room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of the English Englishish. From where did you learn it? What? I'm from the heart of Heartland. Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of Heartland. What are you? This is Carrion Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Yikes. Sorry. Wow, she shut Lotta up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. Hey, what now? What was that just now? It came from inside the channeling chamber. Hey, that gunshot. Excuse me? I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I'd bet my afro on it. Maya's in there. We're going in the chamber. We're going... Well, Mr. Lawyer, what's the plan? What else? We're going to break in. What? But... There's only one key, and that kid's got it. We're going in. Is that all right, Miss Faye? Well, yes, but there is one matter that is... Don't try to stop me. You can send the repair bill to the Right and Co. Law Office later. Yeah, now that... that's what I call being a man. Dr. Gray? I was murdered. Maya? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Lotta, at a time like this, times like this are the perfect for snapping up shots. But anyways, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But, hurry, before there are more victims here. Hey, let's go, city boy. Leave this to the granny. My cell phone doesn't get reception out here, so I ended up using a phone booth to call the police. And they're on the way. That's good. Lottie, I saw a genuine mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her, I'm scared to death by what's going on. Hey, mister. That gal, Maya, she wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Oh yeah, Lotta doesn't know that when Maya is channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. Then again, weren't there only the two of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Lotta, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's a good surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like a wet sheet. I sort of get the same impression myself. Here, he's real controlling. Soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts a hollering. Must have been real tough to work for him. Okay, I'm ending it here. I'll stream later today, and I'll do some more Ace Attorney and Red Dead later on. So, I will see you guys later, and peace out. Once I figure out why my mouse isn't working. No, what's happening? My mouse is literally not working. That's wonderful. Nothing is working. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Alright, whatever. Wow, what the heck happened to my computer? Okay.